Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music blessing and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Monday, September 2nd, 2024. It's been 4.5 years of coming together every single day, learning Torah every single day. It's day 332 since October 7th. I'm going to wait to see how many of us will be joining, but I want to make sure that I say a number of times, friends, that right now is also the funeral for Hersh Goldberg Poland. There's a live stream broadcast of the funeral. I'm going to be placing the link a few times in the in our chat. I know that some of us, Judy, you and I so far, are waiting to join the broadcast of the funeral. I often begin by saying good morning to everyone, but you'll do me the favor of forgiving me. I barely know what Parsha is. So, I know that you are with me, and I'm with you, and as a community, our hearts are broken. I'll give it a second. I'm not going to be greeting everyone by name the way I usually do, not today. That's not what today is for. It is broadcast 1128. It is day 332. The funeral has not yet begun, or at least the live stream has not. I saw a post that someone made. The family, Rachel and John and their family, asked people to accompany them on the route because there were clearly going to be too many people for the funeral itself, and so they're making their way. I'm placing the link a number of times so that we can all be present. It is more important for us to be milavim, for us to accompany our loved one. And so I ask you, friends, to be present, and we will say a bracha and learn some Torah, but I'll ask you to be present for them. Much more important that we show up for our family right now. So the link is available. I've posted it on my personal Facebook profile and public page, and I'm posting it as a link a few times here on this Facebook live. And if anyone is on Instagram, I'm sorry that I can't post from place to place, but it is in both. And I'm asking you, friends, more than our commitment to this community, to be present for Hersh's family. There's a group called Moms for Rachel, a new group that just was begun called Abbas for John. All of us are saying the same thing that they said to their beloved son, which is stay strong, survive. I'm going to say a bracha for learning, give a very short reflection, and then together we will accompany Hersh. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Last night there were 7,000 of us at Columbus Circle. There were hundreds of thousands all over Israel, and there were gatherings all over the world, brought together by the Hostages and Missing Families Forum. And we prayed, and we demanded, and we chanted, and we marched. We sang Hatikva. We sang Lu Yehi, a song by Naomi Shemer, If Only It Could Be. This last weekend, Saturday, Shabbat, we learned of the deaths of Hersh Goldberg Polin, of Ori Danino, Aidan Yerushalmi, Almog Sarusi, Alexander Lobanov, and Carmel Gott. Children. Our children. And because we were about to rescue them, those butchers murdered them. They survived 330 days. It is our job right now, as awful as it sounds, it is our job to show respect to them, to show unbelievable strength and compassion for their families who are in pain I cannot fathom. And so, friends, I hope that we will be worthy of the legacy that these families have bequeathed us. This Torah portion, Shoftim, talks about the necessity of Shoftim and Shotrim, of judges and Shotrim, those who enforce justice. We are called to do both of those things, to adjudicate situations appropriately and to not commit the malpractice of relinquishing the power we wish we didn't need. In the midst of all of this, and looking at Hersh's face right now, I say to you, Hersh, I'm so sorry. We failed. But we will do our best to take care of your family, our family. You're very beautiful. You look just like my kids. When you were younger, you looked a little bit like I looked when I was younger. You went to Camp Ramah in Georgia for Passover with your families. I did too. You lived next door to my camp counselor when I went to Camp Ramah in the Berkshires. Your parents lived in Richmond, Virginia. My parents live in Richmond, Virginia. Your parents lived in Oakland, in Alameda County. I lived in Berkeley, in Alameda County. It could have been me. It could have been my children. It was you. The whole world was praying for you. All of Am Yisrael and all of Medinat Yisrael has been praying for you. And now we're going to say goodbye with broken hearts. Your mother, your beautiful mother, has shown us what it is to love a child. Your father, your unbelievable father, has shown us what it is to be strong and to be tender, to be a quiet tower of strength, to be articulate. Your parents taught us what it is to be parents. And now we're going to try our best to support them. I wrote a piece yesterday for the Jewish Telegraphic Agency about what Rachel represents. There's a verse in Jeremiah, chapter 31. Kol beRamah nishma. A cry is heard in Ramah, wailing, bitter weeping. Rachel weeping for her children. She refuses to be comforted for her children who are gone. And that verse wasn't meant to be a prophecy, because the very next verse, thus says God, restrain your voice from weeping, your eyes from shedding tears, Ki yesh schar lepe'ulatech. There is a reward for your efforts, declares God. They shall return from the enemy's land. I wrote, but the violation of Israel's borders and of Jewish dignity, the inhumanity of Hamas's murderous rampage, the sexual violence against women and men, the slaughtering of whole families, the stealing of grandparents and babies from their homes, and now the brutal execution of defenseless hostages, all mean that any prophesied return or reward for the unceasing efforts of the Hostages and Missing Families Forum and its many allies will forever be partial. Hersh, Goldberg, Poland, Aidan Yerushalmi, Carmel Gat, Almog Sarusi, Alex Lubanov, and Ori Danino will not return home alive. Why does Hersh's death hit so hard? For many of us, as intensely as the horror of October 7th itself, because the pain has come true once again and the hope has not. Because Rachel and Jonathan did the impossible for their son and it didn't save him. They met with the Pope and the President, heads of state around the world, and youth groups traveling to Israel over the summer. They inspired countless others to take on a daily ritual of wearing a piece of masking tape tattooed with the day's horrid number since October 7th. Why do we feel this loss so very deeply? Because Jonathan and Rachel, and Hersh and Aidan and Carmel and Almog and Alex and Ori are me. They're you. They're your children, taken from our arms, from their cribs, from their kibbutzim, from their homes. Are these the only tears that have been shed? No. But they are our tears, and they have flowed with no end these last 332 days, echoes of Rachel's cry. Both Rachel Imenu, our mother, and Rachel Goldberg, Poland, reverberate through the streets of Israel today, and in Jewish communities spanning the globe. And our shattered hearts and hot tears will not be restrained, not by biblical command, not by empty rhetoric, not even by crowds of grieving, compassionate others. These ancient modern tears command us to stand with Rachel, to refuse to be comforted by platitudes and empty promises, to demand justice, shoftim, to work tirelessly, shomrim, to bring the rest of the hostages home, and to settle for nothing less than a world where no mother has to cry out for her child. As long as any Rachel weeps, our work is not done. We must continue to be her voice, her hands, her hope, building a future where the promise of return and safety is fulfilled for those still in darkness. May the memory of Hersh and all those lost on and since October 7th, 2023 be a blessing. May their names be inscribed in the book of life, and may we be worthy of the task of bringing the rest of Rachel's children home. Let's sing Hatikva, friends, and please then join me in being part, connecting with, supporting Hersh's family. Oh God, please bring them home. Kol hod balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulefatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia od lo avda tikvateinu hatikva bat שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. Bring them home now. Now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, friends.